Hi guys, it's Angie with Fun Endeavors Tie-Dye Lab. Today I'm going to make an inclined ice-dyed shirt that's a center burst. The shirt has been washed and dried. I soaked it in a soda ash solution for at least 20 to 30 minutes, then I wrung it out of my Panda spin dryer so it's just barely damp. I also have it turned inside out. I'm beginning by centering my shirt, but this part is going to go really fast on this video. So down below the video in the description, I have a link to another video which shows how to center a shirt. Essentially, I'm getting the center of the front of the shirt right up next to the center of the back of the shirt. This way the front will look more symmetrical after it's dyed, and so will the back. Once the shirt is centered, I'm going to make a mark up where the neck of the front of the shirt is. And then I'm going to fold the bottom of the shirt up to that just to kind of find where the middle of the shirt is. I'm putting a mark there too. And then I actually want to start my burst a little bit above the middle of the shirt. So I'm putting a mark where I'd like to begin that. Then using a piece of kite string and a washable marker, I'm going to draw half of a circle onto the shirt. Now I'm going to fan fold that line and tie it up with some kite string. I don't really want the white lines that sinew would give, so that's why I'm going to go ahead and tie with kite string. I want to hold the fan folds in place, but I don't want the white lines. I'm going to go ahead and fan fold the rest of the shirt and tie it with kite string too. I mentioned earlier that I'm going to incline ice dye this shirt, so I've put it down inside of a piece of vinyl guttering, and for now I just have the vinyl guttering laying flat on the table. I'm going to use a washable marker and make some marks on the shirt where I'd like to apply my dye. It got a little bit messy, but thankfully I can still see where I'm supposed to apply the dye. Right at the very end, I'm going to use Daffodil from Dharma Trading Company. After I apply the dye, I'm going to use the back of my spoon to kind of smooth it into the shirt. Hopefully this will keep most of the dye from falling off into the guttering when I add the ice on top. The next color is Scarlet from Dharma Trading Company. followed by Amethyst from Dharma Trading Company, Periwinkle from Dharma Trading Company, and finally, Ice Blue from Incline Dye. Now I'm going to sprinkle on a little bit of additional soda ash, just to make sure I have plenty in my shirt after all the ice melts and runs through the shirt. Now I'm going to add the ice on top. Normally when I ice dye, I would put the scattering down inside of a tall plastic tub, and that's how I would incline my shirt. However, I'm using all my plastic tubs right now to incline other shirts. So I'm going to go ahead and place this on top of one of the metal racks that I use to tie-dye with. Right now, I already have it set up for another shirt that I'm inclining at the same time. So I'm just going to add this one to the rack. I have one end of my rack down inside of the plastic tub and the other end is hanging over the edge. I've placed another tub under the rack to lift it higher and make it at a greater incline. This shirt is the shirt on the left. After all the ice melted, I noticed there was quite a bit of dye that was not dissolved yet, so I went ahead and added a second layer of ice and continued to let the shirt process. I processed the shirt for at least 24 hours. I believe this one processed closer to 36. Then I took the shirt to my utility sink. I began rinsing it in cold water and then gradually warmed the water up to hot. I continued rinsing until most of the excess dye was rinsed out of the shirt. I did go ahead and soak it in hot water with a little bit of Dawn dish soap just a couple of times to make sure I got out any of the excess dye. Then I threw it in the washing machine. I washed it using hot water and a little bit of Dharma's textile detergent. Dried it in the dryer, and this is what our shirt looks like. I really like this color combination. This was a request that I had somebody ask for, and so I thought I would try my hand at making a shirt like this. I got a little heavy-handed with the red dye, so it pretty much overtook the amethyst and the other colors, but I still think it looks pretty cool. Next time I will add probably a much smaller area of the red and not put it on quite as heavily. Because I added so much dye though, I did end up with several areas that are pretty dark, like pretty dark dye spots in the shirt. Here again, I think if I would do it again, if I would make a smaller line of the red and then maybe not put the dye on quite as thick as I did, I think it would turn out better. I was trying to make sure I didn't have any white areas left, but I overdid it just a little bit. So hey, if you guys are enjoying watching my videos, I sure would appreciate it if you'd hit the big red subscribe button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day.